What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the man that came to steal your beans because I'm the tickle monster, just that here. For the last couple of days, I've had some chronic poop pain. And it's something that I've been always thinking about, but like I don't really want to piss too many people off, but also I want to speak my mind. I think censoring voice chat in gaming is dangerous. And instead of people just like actually using the voice chat like intended, they just pull their mics out and they just go to Discord. And the reason I think this way, and the best way I could really explain it to you, is to start off with two examples. So firstly, I'm going to start off with Black Ops 6, and then I'm going to move further and I'm going to talk about Counter-Strike, and I'm going to explain which one's the better voice chat, and why that is. I absolutely deeped the rim Black Ops 6 when I first played it. I actually really liked it. And the reason for that was, while everybody on, YouTube and everywhere else was talking shit about Black Ops 6 and talking about skill-based damage and everything, I kind of just muted everybody out, and I kind of played the game and kind of gave my own thoughts about it. And I did that intentionally because I wanted to see, okay, well, what do I think about it? Everybody else can think this way, but what do I think? I think Black Ops 6 is great if you just don't overanalyze everything and you just play it on how it is. And I know my opinion on Black Ops 6 is the unpopular opinion, but the one thing I just don't really like about Black Ops 6 is how they handle their voice chat. I feel like if I say fuck, shit, frick, dick, fucking fricker nuts, and I say that into Black Ops 6 public voice chat, I'm gonna have Activision knocking down my door, kicking it down forcibly knocking me to my knees, putting a 45 into my skull, just because I'm a disgusting human who conjured up those insane words. It's bad when the campaign characters say fuck, shit, damn it, and I'm over here saying, can I say that in the public chat? I mean, hold on, let me check TOS. This is a rated M game. I should be able to say fuck, right? And I think it's due to these kind of strict rules that they have on like public chat that honestly just defeats the purpose on plugging a headset in and just talking to randoms. Like, no cap on Jesus, when I was like playing Black Ops 6, I made sure 100% that my mic was disconnected from Black Ops 6, because I knew once I got shot and got pissed, I'm gonna end up being like PewDiePie on the bridge saying the hard R, and I'm gonna get my bitch ass banned for offensive chat. And for a lot of people, they say that's a good thing, but to me, I think of it as just bad voice chat. To me, it's like Black Ops 6 pretty much telling me to not use the voice chat. And I guess if you're looking at Call of Duty as kind of like a casual, kind of turn off your brain kind of thing, maybe that's like okay. But when they try to make Call of Duty more like a rank or a like competitive shooter, I feel like you need a more flexible voice chat, especially if you're going to be talking to randoms. And then that makes me kind of question on, okay, well, what happens if you accidentally say something and it picks it up and then you're banned? Like accidentally saying the N-word or the F-bomb or saying retarded, or maybe it could even be more extreme to calling someone a fucking idiot. And I think most people who've played Black Ops 6 had the same thought that I had, and just completely disconnected the mic all entirely. They said, no, we're not gonna fuck with that shit. Which means you have no one really talking in the public voice chat. And that's something I really picked up on when I was playing Black Ops 6. I may have heard maybe one or two people in the public voice chat. Which, like I said before, if you're playing the game casually, that's not really a big deal. But when it comes to trying to play this game competitively, which, I mean, let's be honest, Call of Duty is not a competitive shooter. The guns are not balanced enough to be considered a competitive shooter. But that means you're probably going to match up with randoms that are not even going to speak at all. And a good way to kind of guarantee a win is through communication. And obviously teamwork, but we're mainly talking about communication. Communication is one of those special things we have as humans, and it's something I think we take for granted every day. And I think just the ability to be able to relay information and to also express how we think and feel in just a matter of seconds or minutes is amazing. And I think when we communicate well and we work together, we can do the most craziest shit. But when you're playing a competitive match with a bunch of people that are not using their mic, it's like every man for themselves. It's like, okay, little Timmy, I know you want to go for diamond medal, but unfortunately, there's just there's just a bunch of people not using their mic. And I'm sorry to say hello, Timmy, but yeah, you're on the shitty end of the stick. And yes, Counter-Strike has that problem too, but I feel like it's not as much. Let me talk about Counter-Strike's public chat. I have absolutely met some strange and unique characters by just playing Counter-Strike for 1,000 hours. I've talked to weirdos, I've talked to people who've said the N-word, I've talked to people who fucking said the F-bomb. There was this one guy that was so drunk in Counter-Strike, he said something about giving me a foot job through the monitor, which made me think that he wasn't firing on all 4 cylinders. And even if that was the case, we didn't really have the technology of teleportation yet, let alone teleportation technology in our monitors. So I had to humbly decline his offer. You know, like, rip, I guess. But my point is when you go on Counter-Strike, you can say whatever the fuck you want, which I think encouraged people to use their mics more. And I think due to that, and just the mechanics of the game, made competitive Counter-Strike work. Because if your teammate did something stupid, you can tell them, hey, what you did there was fucking stupid. And like, that could be enough for some people to actually do better. And one of the things I really have noticed in my day-to-day life, and especially at my workplace, when communicating to people, having things overly complicated and confusing will make some people not understand. But if you make it simple, everyone understands. And when everybody's being serious and they're there to actually try to win, you see this shit in effect. Don't believe me? There's someone on catwalk, there's someone at mid, someone's on connector, someone's boost connector, someone's a nice sniper's nest, someone's on vents, someone's on underpass, someone's in the TV room, somebody's on van, somebody's on apartments, someone's on B site, someone's on benches, someone's in market, CT side, terrorist, palace, shadows. I mean, I could keep going. Pretty much my point is there's just so many creative ways you can call out. And I know someone's gonna say down in the comments that as long as you don't say this or this, that you could do the same thing that you can do in Counter-Strike into Black Ops 6. And yeah, you can do that if you want to moderate yourself. But the real problem is, and kind of my point is nobody doesn't want to fucking do that. No one doesn't want to get off a 9-to-5 job, fucking turn on a mic, and have to walk on eggshells on what they can and cannot say. If they want to do that, they go back to work. I just find it so weird nowadays. Anytime you turn on a mic in games nowadays, it's almost like you're giving out your statement. You can't be silly, you can't joke around, you can't say nothing fucking edgy, and at all times you have to be on good behavior. But yeah, in these games we're committing war crimes and killing thousands of people, setting people on fire, you know, blowing them up with rockets, smoking them out with tear gas. But yeah, if you say anything negative, if you call them fucking stupid, you might have HR coming at your door telling you you're wrong. I don't know, I just kind of always looked at it as like, we're playing Call of Duty, we're having fun, you're gonna have shit like that happen. We are playing a fucking video game. And are we seriously gonna get offended on what someone says over the mic? And I'm not gonna sit there and play a hall monitor and tweet out every time when this happens. At 12:42 a.m., this guy on a Call of Duty match said the N-word and it quite offended me. Like, seriously, who fucking does that? That's called when you have nothing else better to do and you want to bitch and complain on Twitter. You're gonna have people saying all kinds of shit. And yeah, and any company can really hammer down on freedom of speech and make it part of their TOS and say, hey, you can't say this. And yeah, companies can do that, but here's the thing. People are either going to choose A or B. They're either going to monitor their chat, or they're just going to unplug the mic. And depending if you want to make the game competitive, that's probably really bad for the competitive scene. But if we really want to move down the casual and say what would be bad about losing the mic in casual, no one does it talking Call of Duty anymore. I swear to God, I believe that. Because all the times I've played Black Ops 6 for a month, it seemed like 1 or 2 people were only talking. And like I said, I guess that's fine if you just don't really care about the voice chat. But for some people, that's a way to talk to the community. And maybe somebody down in the comments is going to say I'm advocating for them to bring back the N-word. Kind of like some kind of celebration. You know, bring back the F-bomb, bring back retarded. You know, bring back all these special words back into the mix. And that's just not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is freedom of speech is kind of like walking on thin ice. You can't take a slice of the cake and then take the whole cake too. Because if you remove one word out of the vocabulary, no matter if it's right or wrong to say, it can only get worse from there. Before you know it, you have the word fuck ban, you have shit ban, you have damn banned, and before you know it, all the swear words are banned from the vocabulary. And then once that happens, they're gonna ask the question if the word idiot is an offensive term or not. And hoping that this is America, that situation doesn't happen. But in video games, I feel like it's just gonna get even worse on what you can and cannot say in public chat. Before you know it, this one developer banned the word shit, the next developer bans the word damn, and then before you know it, the next developer says, hey, why don't we just take out idiot altogether? Anybody says anything mean, we're gonna ban it. And I think it's setting a slippery slope. And it's gonna make more people less likely to plug in a microphone, mainly because of that. I think Counter-Strike having an open and free chat is one of the number of reasons I think it's great. And sure, there's a number of people on Counter-Strike that get on my nerves sometimes, but I would rather have that than having a censored public chat. And if there is something that I really don't like someone saying in Counter-Strike, I could just mute the motherfucker. There's a mute button in the lobby. It's like that with every multiplayer game. There's always a mute button. And I don't feel like a lot of people know about that because most of them are new players and don't even play games regularly like I do. It's like the mute button is like an ancient word nowadays. There's sometimes I even fucking forget about it. But tell me what you think. Is this just a hot take or did you actually agree with me? But let me know. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Skilly bobbity boop. I'm out.